Hello. Oh, please don't say it's me. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Perfect.
How are
there
you?
we go. Very well, thank you very much. Welcome to the Weekly Bizzare, everybody.
What an evening. Welcome to the show, guys. I'm Alex. I don't know if you can see me. Apparently, my internet's. Can you see? Can you hear me? Am I making sense?
I can hear you and I can see you, darling.
Because I'm using my wife's map.
Oh, I think he needs to really call it a cordless mouse.
This
with
is
that kind
a
of
nightmare.
technology.
I was like, I'll use the MacBook. Where is Mr. Chebsy?
He's on his way. He's just appearing.
How's it going, Brian? Ryan Williams.
Yep, we've got Ryan. Hey, Dave, are you watching from Spain?
I thought I would use my wife's MacBook.
And how's that going for you, darling?
I'm gonna have to switch my internet.
That's fine.
Hey,
Shane.
Okay.
Hey, darling. Let's catch up whilst Alex sorts this space out. So, my name is Lucy Orchard. Welcome to all the Joke Pit viewers and all the You Suck fans. I'm with my co-host here, Shane Chebsby. Say hello.
Hello, are we live?
We are live. We are live and performing to the masses. Alex is just going to play with his Wi-Fi for a second, try and sort his face out.
Cool. Well, good evening, Lucy. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. It's amazing. It doesn't matter how long you give me to prep. As soon as it comes down to sort of showtime, I run around like a headless chicken, flapping.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's just the way it goes sometimes, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
My PC, as always, took a long time to load up. So I was there just like, I've got a few seconds to get on the show. And I was getting a little circle was going round. But then, boom, I was in just in the nick of time with absolutely no prep whatsoever.
I've got another shift at a restaurant tomorrow. So they want me to wear chunky shoes for health and safety reasons. And I realised, I remember I had a pair of Doc Martens in the shed. So I was like, oh, well, that saves me doing any purchasing. I'll just go to the shed and get my shoes. I had to vacuum out the corn store. We had a family of mice living in there. But but they're still going strong. Fuck you, mice. This is my IT technician as well. So say hello, everybody.
I've told you before, Lucy, about waving that finger around. It may have been at a bit different context, but sorry about that, guys.
Viewers, darling.
I tried it. I got arrested. Okay. I want to say hi to everybody. I know that was a bit weird. I was using my wife's hotspot with her MacBook. I thought use the MacBook, be easier.
Oh, I wonder what you were talking about then. It's like that's not for something during the show. This is a family show.
Really?
Hey, Brian.
Brian Play-Doh, extra on Bill and Ted 3. Where is the I hate MacBooks. I don't use MacBooks at all. Anyway, guys, welcome to the show. Thank you, Lucy, for covering for my shit internet there. News parody show. We're going to cover some stories. But first of all, I want to find out how everybody's been. Shane, how have you been, mate? You been good?
Yeah, I've been good, mate. Been busy recording my own podcast. So yeah, that's going well. Got a couple of guests lined up over the next few weeks, so that's been fun. That's about it, really, mate. The rest's all work.
Good. It's been a busy day today. I've done sort of 4 interviews in 2 days at the studio for the biscuit. We had a meeting yesterday as well. You took stuff. Web Orchard are going to make a website for us, which is cool. We're going to look sexy on the internet. I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us for our live shows as well the other day. We did 2 live shows, one where Shane was a part of, and we talked about Cobra Kai, covered some Karate Kid stuff, and then some typical Yusuk stuff, which was good.
Right, guys, I have not watched Cobra Kai.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Right,
It's
because
so
I'm
good.
worried it might be like that Tiger King, which I've avoided. So Cobra Kai, is it where people are cruel to snakes?
No.
If it's taken over the world, it must be something.
It's basically a long overdue sequel to the Karate Kid movies.
ID. Yes.
It's the guy with the white hair.
Yeah. Blonde. Yeah.
The blonde one.
Same color as yours.
Yeah. The bad
he's
guy.
in it.
Yeah.
Well, he was the bad guy, but now he's not so bad. He's pretty cool. Johnny Lawrence is his name.
Johnny Lawrence.
And karate is his game.
Do you know what? I'm not FOMOing right now over it. I enjoyed the Karate Kid, but guys, you are allowed to keep that. I'm fine.
It was good fun. I enjoyed it.
Great. It's great.
D that just popped up there, and I can't share comments. Oh my god, I hate not having control. That was D from the Shrewsbury Biscuit. Thanks. Shane's giving me all sorts of crap. Shane Hinton from the Biscuit as well in the comments. And yeah, so we've had a great week, but we're here to do one thing. Yeah, here we go. This will be non-stop throughout the whole show. Thanks for your your bits, Shane. Your bits. We're all planning to have a few drinks on the 26th. Me, the 2 Shanes, Jamie Westwood was going to come up. Lucia, I offered you the chance to come up, but I know you've got a new job.
It really will be. I'll be one of those knobheads that just sort of decides to come at the very last minute, sadly. But I just want to put a quick, because obviously we're broadcasting over a lot of new pages that we're not usually on. So I just wanted to say hello to everybody. And if you like what you're hearing, then please go and catch up with all the previous episodes we've got of the Weekly Bizzare, which are available on all of your podcast providers. Just type in "You Suck Podcasting Network" and you will be able to find us. So just type in "You Suck" and you'll find the Weekly.
And Ryan, I just saw your message earlier on the screen saying that you couldn't find the Cobra Kai live stream. I think it has been shared on the USUK Facebook page. It's also shared on my own personal Facebook page as well. If you're a
Ryan, I'll share the link as well. I'll send it to you. But anyway, fuck that noise. Let's get some news going. Shane and Shane, that's going to be fun. No, Shane and Alex will be fun. I'll let you choose which one is going to be accepted. Okay, so let's get into some news. I'm going to start off with a story that I like. My eyes must have sounded like a rusty gate because I rolled them so fucking hard. Like, because
Never heard that phrase in my life.
It's very good.
My eyes rolled like a rusty gate.
See, the coronavirus has done one thing. It's illustrate the knobheads around us, and there's always a Louis Vuitton knobhead, isn't there? There's always one.
Usually Louis Vuitton.
Yeah. There's always a Louis Vuitton knobhead. Now, this story made me laugh because I've seen Nike and Adidas sort of face masks. I've seen them. I thought, okay. Louis Vuitton has gone one step further. They are going to be releasing a face mask that's worth £750, or a face visor, should I say. They're launching a fancy, but this is off the Lads Bible, so thanks Lads Bible for this. They're launching a fancy pants face shield if you want to look flash while wearing your PPE. But the LV shield will also double as a cap. It isn't cheap. It'll set you back £750, and as you can imagine, with it being Louis Vuitton, it's a little smarter than your average face shield you've seen your barber wearing. this one comes complete with gold-colored studs engraved with the company's logo and is trimmed with the Louis Vuitton iconic monogram print.
Fucking hell, for 750 quid, I want it to come with the hot Asian girl.
I love that.
For fuck's sake, who's put money in, Chebsy? You were like this last week. I don't know whether or not it's the camera that's getting to you, but you are usually funny, witty, adorable, but not a bell end. Last week, you were like fucking whining about women on their periods. Now you've turned into a right Whiteley.
A Whiteley. I like that.
He's rubbing off on me, isn't he? He's bad influence. Bad influence, Alex. You're a bad influence.
I like to hear that. I like to hear that. It's what I strive towards, Shane. It's what I strive towards. But this isn't the worst mask. This story continues. So if you want to push the boat out a little bit more, Shankar Kirad, he's got a solid gold mask. So that's my recycling falling off the side in the kitchen. An Indian businessman opted for a custom-made gold mask costing an eye-watering £4,000. And weighing roughly 60 grams. And it took a craftsman 8 days to create. So £4,000 for a gold-plated piece of shit mask. It looks awful. Honestly.
No wonder your eyes were rusty, Alex, after all that watering they've been doing after reading that.
Terrible. So, okay, so there's a moral to this story, isn't there? Coronavirus or the pandemic is a serious issue, and there's people like, oh yeah, we can make some top dollar in this. I've seen it on at the bottom of Pride Hill in Shrewsbury. You got to stand there, guys selling face masks of all kinds of shapes and colours, which is fine, boost the economy and stuff, but people have been so quick to jump on it. It's so funny.
Can you share the picture of him wearing the mask? Because it's fucking cool.
What, the Louis Vuitton one?
Yeah.
In the story, as you scroll down, there's a guy wearing his gold mask.
Oh, he's just...
I can't...
Unfortunately, I couldn't get that.
Oh, it's just... All right, guys, if you can find this story, check it out.
Well, the saying is, "Fool and them are soon parted," and it does it comes together a little bit like what's it called? The Emperor's. Oh Jesus, he looks like an absolute fucking pervert. It's like the Emperor's new clothes, isn't it?
It is totally. I was just thinking, there he is. There's the Emperor himself.
Well, with the face mask, I mistakenly when we saw it come up, it came up with I thought it was a face mask, the breathing mask. I didn't realize it was the visor, and that you were getting the world's thinnest trim of Louis Vuitton material around it, because you kind of would want it to be sort of visible from space. You were spending that much money. It's some big plaque that goes around your neck that goes, "I'm considerably richer than Yao." It's taste and expense. They're range bred for those. But the thing is, I know that there are people that will pay that.
Oh God!
And
yeah.
as long as they're wearing a face mask or a visor, I couldn't give a shit how they do it.
Absolutely, and it'll work well in Wales now, because they've just finally made face masks
mandatory.
Mandatory. I can't speak today. It's been one of the. I've used up all my words. That's what it is.
I can't remember how often I rant at you guys. So did I say that I went to Philly and nobody had face masks and I got very angry in Asda?
Yeah.
Well, that'd be why then, wouldn't it, darling? They weren't supposed to be wearing the masks, were they?
I had the same experience in North Wales last week. And thanks for your comment, Brian, about...
Yes, but Philly's now on lockdown.
Now on sale for $500,000. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. It's quite to see that many people walking around not wearing a mask, then to find out that the fuckers are on lockdown. You're like, pricks.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, if I'd have known that when they were saying, "Oh no English allowed in Wales," I'd have been like, "Well, you're fine. That's absolutely fine. Crack on. Have it yourself." Oh god. So Louis Vuitton masks. If I see you walking around in a Louis Vuitton mask, I might berate you. I'm just going to say that now. I might laugh at you in your face. But the thing is, you'll be protected, so it's fine. It's already been copied anyway. There'll be some fake out there somewhere. Somebody will be like, "Oh, look at my Louis."
Every time you go on holiday, when you go on holiday to like I don't know, Turkey or somewhere like that, they'll be selling you fakes of them, won't they? Instead of the watches that they usually sell you, they'll just sell you fake Louis Vuitton face masks.
There's always that really
face masks, but with an X.
There's always that really enthusiastic black guy on the beach, isn't there? He's like, "Oh," with the sunglasses and the wallets and things. And yeah, what's that? That's pretty cool.
I like that.
That's a leather one. That's a leather face mask, just for our listeners, and just showing another couple of options. So it's a leather face mask that's been painted, just so that people can tell that you're a prick from a distance. Right, this one is sort of hand-painted silk. $120 for a face mask. I mean, you've got your I can never say it properly. Swarovski crystals. You can pay thousands. You can pay thousands. I mean, that is a bejazzle. Okay,
here's what I'm going to do. When I get paid, I am going to take a picture of me wearing a ball gag. I don't know where I'm going to get a ball gag from. Oh. I'm going to take a picture of it. I'm going to get a match made of it.
Don't fucking lie. They've got in your back bedroom.
He's got a fucking stash of them, hasn't he? Along with your whips and your...
Of course I have. In store... Hold on. In storage at the moment, though. I'm in my mother-in-law's, okay? That kind of mucky stuff doesn't go on. It's all in storage. But yeah, ball gag, and I'll get it made into a face mask, and then you're going to get to see me walking around shoes with a ball gag in. There you go. Good idea, right?
Yeah, no one ever had like Shrewsbury biscuit on the ball gag.
A Shrewsbury biscuit ball gag. I don't know if it goes with the listenership quite right.
Oh, so anyway, that's that.
Sorry. People listening don't understand the humour of this. Is that the Shrewsbury biscuit listenership is a little bit different to this one. They're very respectable people for the most part.
Absolutely.
So the idea of a Shrewsbury biscuit ball gag branded is just fantastic. I love it. Sorry, carry on.
If it makes me a few quid, I'm on it.
As you are.
Yeah. Shane, you've got a story about wallabies, mate.
Wallabies.
A wallaby of a story, mate.
Yeah,
David.
Indeed. Oh, David. Oh God, I went all Australian then. So I'm not going to read it in an Australian accent. I sound like a prick. So a wallaby was spotted crossing a road in Devon last night. Oh, Devon, here we go again.
It's always Devon. That's why I like the story. Yeah. All the fucked up things happen in Devon.
The maverick marsupial was seen hopping along the main road between Exeter and Crediton by Izzy Lee. She was driving home to Crediton from Exeter when she had her close encounter with the woolly jumper. Ha ha, woolly jumper. That's original. Something hopped through the road and stopped and stared at me. Turns out it's a wild wallaby, she said, Izzy. Wild wallabies native to Australia are not the sort of wildlife one expects to see in Devon. There have been numerous sightings in recent years. So it's actually, everywhere else we get black panthers in Shropshire, that's cool, isn't it? We get our little black panther sightings. In Devon, they get wallabies. So a wild wallaby was on the loose last year in East Devon. So what's the phrase for wallabies then? What do they say? What do the wallabies say?
Hop on.
So
Hop on. Hop along.
So a wild wallaby was on the loose last year in East Devon area, with pictures showing it wandering around the roads in Ottery St Mary. And locals said there is an entire mob of wallabies living in the Hemyock and Dunkswell area after walkers filmed a wallaby bouncing around a Devon woodland. Oh, that's pretty cool, man. I'd love that. It'd be great. Get your own little population of wallabies, wouldn't there? Apparently, so a wallaby has also been spotted roaming around Plympton area of Plymouth last year. The small animal, believed to be a baby, was seen at Newnham Park late last night by Georgia Kaboshi, who was at work. What the fuck was she doing looking at wallabies while she was at work? What does she do for a living? She's a fucking prostitute, isn't she? That's what it is. Georgia
That's the issue here, Shane. Fucking slacker.
How was she seeing? Why was she watching wallabies at work?
Brian has just asked a question. Is Devon the Florida of the UK?
Yes.
And I've got to say, right, I never thought of it that way. I never thought of it that way at all. But Lucy has been finding these stories, and it's all been Devon. Devon, Dorset, Cornwall, all those areas down there. It's fucked, man. We had the baghead last week. The guy just like, on the side of the road with his baghead.
He was from Somerset. He was from Somerset. I'm not having that. He was not from Devon. Thanks very much.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was from Devon.
I did ask someone where's the. I asked someone where's the Florida for the UK, and somebody did say Essex once to me. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean, what's the comparison? I mean, Florida's unusual, isn't it? Because you've got different areas of Florida that are really different. So you could say the Florida of the UK is Wales, but I don't think the Welsh would like that very much.
Yeah.
So we won't say that.
Which part of Wales?
Well, what are they going to do? Chase us? They're not allowed 3 miles from their house.
But I think Devon and Cornwall is a good candidate for the Florida of the UK. Yeah, it's definitely It's warm. It's warmer than other parts of the UK. They call it the English Riviera, don't they? So, but it's warm in Florida. We don't get many
English Riviera. It's not.
Well, yeah. All right, but they do. They do have tornadoes in Devon as well. I think more than other areas. Yeah. And they get bad weather in, they get. And
now they've got their own theme song.
It's close to the equator and it's close to the Gulf.
What? One at a time. One at a time.
I know what happened then.
I know. I said it's close to the equator. It's close to the equator and it's close to the Gulf.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, apparently we have got. They broke out. It says there are roughly 100 wallabies living in Britain, with populations in Man, the Peak District, Devon, and East Sussex. So where private zoos have not. You know my opinion regarding breakouts and break-ins around the world. It sounds as though people are using Polly Pocket diary locks available for 5-year-olds from WH Smith's as their main source of fucking security. I know that the Second World War was won by women and bobby clips, but it sounds as though banks, medical testing and zoos are using rubber bands.
I think it's a test. Okay, because I love kangaroos. I think kangaroos are fucking badass. All right. So if little wallabies, it's like a little test for you little wallabies. Next thing you know, we've got kangaroos, man. I love kangaroos in the UK. They're badass. They're badass.
They kick your ass, man. Have you seen the muscles on a kangaroo? They're unbelievably muscular, aren't they? You can't win a fight with one.
No, mate. I'm a people person.
They're just gonna kick your ass.
I'll be like, yo, kangaroo, you my people. I'm your people. No, go and rob shops for me. Go.
Go rob shops for me.
Go and get me some shit from the shop. Kick the fuck out of the guy.
Shops for me.
And that's for Devon.
What's this from Brian? We've got a comment from Brian here. News stories that start with Florida man are always a bit shit. Oh, we're always batshit crazy.
Yes, they are.
I would like to add. Right. I add to that, Florida man, don't be so sexist. There's shit going on if you search Florida woman as well. If you search Florida woman, I've got on mine, and you put your birth date. So put May, like mine's May the 12th, and then you put Florida man or Florida woman. For me, May the 12th is Florida woman. Woman arrested with alligator down her pants. And also on that day, a woman set fire to a hotel because she was arrested, accused of stealing a towel. So she had set fire to the whole hotel.
There was that story we covered as well. I think we learned the hard way with Florida Man. Is we did that story about the guy that microwaved the microwave. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was fake news, wasn't it?
It was fake. It was fake. That people are making up these news stories, Florida Man news stories. So it's hard to kind of put a finger on whether they're real or not. So that's why we stopped doing it. That's why we stopped doing it.
So we're not covering anything in Florida anymore then, because on the account that it could be fake.
Oh no! If it's spectacular, then we will be covering it. So Lucy, what's next? What have you got next? Did you want to cover the
story? Pick a story, any story.
Do you want to do the AT-AT or the US military spending money on the walkers?
That is a cool story. That is a cool story.
I'm going to... Right, is this the one that's basically like Star Wars?
Yeah. It's like Star Wars on a low budget.
Right, okay, because I've always wondered how you pronounce those things.
AT-ATs.
What did you say it was called? An AT-AT?
Yeah, AT-AT.
An AT-AT? I thought it was called an AT-AT. I didn't really. I said AT-AT. I thought, I've been that word all wrong all my life.
All-terrain attack transport, I think.
There we go.
Right, okay. Talking of the Daily Mail, so we have no idea how realistic this is. So an insect-like machine with 6 individually powered legs that was intended for the battlefield received millions in US government funding during the 1980s. The project was to create a fleet of real AT-ATs, walkers from Star Wars, started in 1981. Great year. That was the year I was born. At Ohio State University, as the military searched for ways to traverse rough terrain that wheeled vehicles couldn't manage. Ooh, the spit that's generated in my mouth there. Called the Adaptive Suspension Vehicle, ASV, the Bizzare vehicle was part of a decade-long project which was eventually scrapped after receiving reported $1 million a year from DARPA between 81 and 1990. So £9 million of government money was spent on creating something that a boy saw in Star Wars. I imagine this was designed by a boy, headed for a funded by a, championed by boys, and eventually a woman said, "Boys, stop it."
You know why it was scrapped, don't you? They found out the Russians were developing snow speeders.
Because it was a fucking year.
Have you seen the picture of it? It looks like it's been lots of transit vans stuck together and legs put on it. It's just like it just looks really shit. You just push it over, wouldn't you? Yeah, there you go.
Remember that old film, guys, where they were fighting the things on the snow planet?
Oh, you're talking? That scene in Civil War, with Peter Parker. Yeah. That old movie. He's like, oh god, how young is this kid?
Like. That was a really easy way to defeat those things. What makes America go, that's a fucking great idea?
There's a video of it on the story, actually, and it is shit, but it's also very cool because it does actually walk along. And the guys who are driving it look like, the villains from Doctor No. They've got the hard hats on and the jumpsuits. It's very cool. I really like it. The
Japanese guys had the right idea when they made the big robot.
Yeah, man.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
That was much more impressive.
Was it Japan?
Yeah, they were like, we want the Megazord. Like, that's what we want. It breaks up into 5 little robots.
Yeah, I was going to say it was Japan that made that looks like the Power Rangers.
It was a Gundam, wasn't it? I think
Yeah,
a giant
Gundam
robot. Yeah, it was pretty cool, and it supported its own weight. It was only bipedal, so it I think it was the first robot of that size to be able to support its own weight on 2 legs.
Fucking huge.
Some shit like that. I mean, this one here on this story weighed 6,000 pounds, stood 17 feet long, 7.9 feet wide, and 9.8 feet tall. That's pretty big, isn't it?
What annoys me is what purpose do you have this for?
No.
What? Why do you need
It's just
this?
a waste of government money, isn't it? Well,
Exactly.
a waste of taxpayers' money. Complete waste of money, as most weapons are, let's face it.
I guarantee it, right? I guarantee it. Some fucking US general's gone, I want to build a robot. Oh my God. You remember that old movie where they're in the snow planet? Sorry.
I mean, it's just after Empire Strikes Back came out as well, isn't it? When did it come out? 1980? Next year they're trying to build AT-ATs. I mean, so if only they behaved like that now. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what film came out last year? Sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
What film came out last year? Sci-fi movie. Think about it. All right then. Forget that one.
Star Wars.
Yeah. They could build giant titted fucking cow people. That's what they.
What a great segue, Mr. Chepsey. What a great segue, because you have as far as big titted robots goes, you've got a story that concerns us, don't you, Mister?
Big titted robots. Oh yes, I have indeed. So yeah.
Sorry. I've been waiting to speak, but you penises haven't let me. Sorry, my co-hosts haven't let me. No, it's fine. If I need to raise my fucking hand,
it has to be our penises. That'd be the reason. Not the Star Wars geek connection thing we got going on here. It has to be our penises, right?
Yeah.
No, it's just I was reading the dimensions, right, and I phased out because one, I was thinking, where the fuck is my gin? At which point, one of our viewers said, "Lucy, where's your gin?" Which I think is brilliant. The fact that my viewers, my fans, know exactly why my eyes have blurred out. And the second thing, 17 feet long. What's that? Like a livestock deliverer? That's not really that long. That's a class 2. That's a rigid. Only 9.8 feet tall. Most Arctics are 15 feet tall. So, I mean, it's not that tall. I don't think that's that big. Anyway, carry on, idiots.
Anyway, we're going to move on to another story now. Brother and sister start sex robot business to ward off lockdown loneliness. So Martina, oh my God, these fucking names today. I did all right with the Devon ones, but this is just too difficult. Martina Ochmaska, 27, and brother Arik, 44, run the operation from their home and buy dolls directly from distributors. That's a bit boring. I thought they'd make their own. Some of the models have heat receptors and are controlled by remote control. I mean, look at that. That looks almost real, doesn't it? That's a bit scary. A brother and sister have started selling sex robots together to keep Brits company during the lockdown. Martina and her brother came up with the idea 3 months ago and are operating from their home in Galashiels. Is that how you say it? Galashiels, Scotland. They buy dolls directly from distributors in the UK, including a giant Jessica rabbit going for $3,000, and sell them onto punters. Some of the robots have heat receptors and a control. Oh, they're already fucking Daily Star, you're shit. So Miss Ochmaska, oh fucking hell, Miss Tessmocker, told the Daily Record, the idea of dolls came from my brother, who is a visionary and looks at the world in a completely different way than all other people I know. What, he buys shit and sells stuff? That's fucking genius, isn't it? This is what makes us different. that we see the world as a living being. These people have got issues. Sex is the basis of life satisfaction. After all, every human wants to enjoy life. At a time when people have become a danger to each other through this virus, we need to take care of the basics. So, yeah, fuck some dolls. That'll sort it out. Martina and her fiance, Matt, 31, had originally been... Oh, sorry, it just came out like that. Or originally been selling air purifiers. That's a bit of a jump, isn't it? And have a love for eco-friendly products. I'm just looking at this picture of the Jessica Rabbit. Oh my God. That's just mind-boggling. It really is. I mean, it doesn't even look like Jessica Rabbit.
Wait till we finish the stream, Shane. Wait till we finish the stream, okay? Don't get too excited, okay?
Well, they've obviously never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the people who made this doll, because it doesn't look like Jessica Rabbit at all. You know, it's just like a redhead bimbo with big boobs. Anyway, and they do a male one as well, by the looks of it. There's a picture of a chap, one for the ladies. Have you seen that, Lucy?
Yeah.
Yes, she obviously has, because she's gone quiet and she's looking at the screen intently.
Affirmative.
Hairy nipples. He's got hairy nipples. Sorry.
Can you put a shelf up? No.
I bet he can. Brother Arik clubbed together with the duo after pitching them his sex doll idea. They are selected according to their preferences, along with customer suggestions, and are carefully sanitized. Miss Tessmacher continued, every day we are exposed to viruses, bacteria, and microorganisms invisible to the human eye. Thank you for that information, Miss Tessmacher. Hygiene is the key, so he chose ozonation, an environmentally friendly cleaning system that can eliminate germs without the use of chemicals.
Just chuck it in the garden. Sorry, that's what that means.
I mean, the things this woman is saying. It is the safest method of disinfection for environment without using chemicals, because we are very cautious of. That doesn't make any sense. Because we are very cautious of during the pandemic. She added, the second stage is pleasure. Ooh.
I mean, ultimately, are they Are they eco-friendly because you basically made a sex doll, but you're selling it with an eco-death wipe?
It's just really scraping the barrel of marketing this, isn't it? It's like they're just buying something that is already available elsewhere and selling it on and cleaning it with a wet wipe, as you say.
Chucking it in the garden. I think Lynette with the hashtag Save Our Children hashtag has a valid point, because a lot of the sex dolls that are being made today, or more than sex dolls, sex robots, the synthetic, the really realistic things, they're made to look suspiciously young. You know, it's pathetic. I feel like if you have to do that, then what's going on?
I'm still here.
I mean,
I got no judgment at all against people who use sex dolls. Let them get on with it, you know. But yeah, the young ones that looks like children, that's fucking wrong, surely. I mean, I know they're not actually children, but it's just sick, isn't it? Oh no, sorry.
Keep it light, guys. Keep it light. Remember, we're a comedy show. Bring it back. Come on.
Comedy show. I'm trying to.
Okay, here's my reenactment of a guy who owns a sex doll. Okay, who's really committed to it. So they have dinner together. They have dinner together. She's not very hungry, so she hasn't eaten a lot. Oh, I take it you're not hungry. Okay, fine. Let me help you with that. Let me help you with that. Yeah. You don't know what you're missing, darling. You don't know what you're missing. Glass of wine. You're not feeling very thirsty. Okay, that's fine. I'll drink for you. Okay. Bit of candlelit. Dancing. You know, she's good at the dancing. She moves exactly the same time as her. Time's perfect. All right. They sit on the chair. The roaring fire's going. They start having a real intimate conversation. She's a brilliant listener, right?
Doesn't answer back.
And then it gets to the intimate part, and it's literally just a guy fucking her. Literally fucking a piece of plastic. The worst thing. Like, this is what I mean.
I love your actions, Alex. That's great. Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Oh god. I just had a vision in my head of Alex humping a sex doll. It's just not.
Yeah. Yes.
I can't unsee it now.
But instead of getting like Jessica Rabbit and some inappropriately young dolls, I'm just gonna get like 3D printed masks of my friends and stuff.
What? Fuck them in the face?
Yeah, in every way. In every way. You're first, Shane. I'm telling you. I'm not
can't wait.
David says, "I'm sorry, I'm still here." Just when I'm like, I think, sex robots and sex dolls, they could be so much cooler. They could be so much cooler. Like we were saying, okay, you could make one of your favorite fucking comic book character or video game character or something. Yeah, I always wondered what it was like to fuck Tails out of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now you can do it.
Man.
I mean, it's a tradition for us to cover these kind of stories on the Weekly Bizzare, and we've been following the sex robot progression. Is it my internet or is it Lucy's that's bad?
I think Lucy keeps stopping. I keep losing Lucy temporarily, and she keeps walking off and then reappearing and just going. So, she just pops up. It's like magic.
Hey, there we go. But yeah, there is a danger of sex dolls becoming normalizing fucking kids. Okay, that's the problem. That's the dark problem.
Keep the light.
Next story.
I love your subtlety, Alex. It's fantastic. So subtle. Yeah.
We've had this conversation before. Right? Okay. Where there are certain people that may not be successful with real people as a relationship. And in that case, these dolls do provide company for people that might have normally been lonely.
Yeah.
So, there are a lot of women who don't want to give out to their partners after a long day at work, after a long week at work. And also they don't care about their, history reenactment battlement club or Hammer or, where Everton are in the Championship League. I'm using words outside of my dictionary, people. So, the dolls can provide rest and respite for women that don't wish to be burdened anymore by these tiresome men. But ultimately, and this is before I'm on the gin, but ultimately, for every sex doll being fucked by a weirdo, it saves a prostitute. So,
I mean,
thank you as well, Brian, for your comment there. Make the three-breasted lady from Total Recall. Great idea.
I love you, Brian. Great thinking. And also, when it comes to pleasing yourself, when it comes down to company, okay, that's a good point actually, because it might not be just for sex. Okay, with sex, the future is fleshlight VR porn. That's the future, right? Okay, and the same with a woman. Cylindrical devices have been used for millennia for women. With the VR porn, it could be great because I can't imagine it being great for a woman using a sex doll, and whether she's on top or whether she's simulating the guy on top, but to look at.
Can we read
it being great?
Can we read Brian's other question, please? Because it was very interesting.
Yeah, go on.
Can you see it? Yeah. If you have sex with an animal sex doll, are you guilty of bestiality? Asking for a friend. Thanks for that, Brian.
Shane, we have to speak to Shane's comment as well.
Go on. This is Mr. Hinton, but isn't it? Yeah.
Will it make my dinner though? Shane, we
Guys,
had.
if my characters could mow the lawn, there would be no need for you people.
So we need a male sex doll that will mow the lawn. We need a female sex doll that will do the washing up or whatever, or do the ironing. And put up. Oh, the male sex doll also has to put up shelves. So yeah, that's what they need to do.
Yes.
They need to get a handyman sex doll, so you can have sex with them, and they'll do handyman jobs.
Hi, I've come to fix the fridge.
All you need is some wah-wah guitar playing, and you got yourself a porno movie, haven't you? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not, but it sounds as though we're going a little bit away from what's a sex doll to us all wanting Rosie the robot from the Jetsons, so that we could just get the menial DIY jobs done around the house once we have a quick wank in the back bedroom.
If it keeps you, I mean, are we game for this? Are we game for this if it keeps nasty people off the streets?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if
that was a quick.
Even if it is like what was said earlier, an inadequately age appropriate thing.
It's a bit ropey, that one, isn't it? It's a bit ropey. But I suppose you could look at it in the way that if they're doing it with a doll of a age inappropriate thing, then they're not doing it with an actual child. But it is also then
right. We've covered covered sex dolls in every. We have covered so many different stories regarding sex dolls, and this is the first time that Alex is really hammering home the dangers of inappropriate aged sex with inanimate objects. We have done them in stadiums. We've had them made in different factories, and this is the first time he's really going for the Lita doll. Alex, leave it. The story says that she looked over 16. Fuck's sake.
And to answer, okay, we'll end this with me answering.
Live, mate. It's a fucking comedy show.
We've got to answer the question, though. Anyway, Brian, to answer your question about whether having sex with a plastic animal is bestiality, if it's made of plastic, which was made from oil, are you not already fucking maybe a dinosaur?
Or a whale.
Yeah. So.
And I love the suggestion of a sex doll that also, an animal sex doll that also goes and gets with paper. That's fantastic.
I know. As soon as we started talking about this, Shane was thinking Thundercats. I know it.
A Cheetara sex doll. Okay. Yes, I'm there.
That's what everybody wants to have sex with. For the listeners, I'm showing a picture of Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. That is everybody's dream partner.
Even for a sex robot, she ain't all that, mate.
She don't do it for me, man. She don't do it for me.
I'm sorry.
I'll stick with my Cheetara sex doll.
Oh, okay, Lucy. We've left you with a hell of a story to end us with before we go to Science with Alex, and it's
I'll finish
about
off.
What? Sorry. Oh, Doug, be careful with innuendos now, because we're in that frame of mind, aren't we?
Your endo.
Is this the fly chasing one that we're going to have?
The fly story.
The fly story.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Let me bring
there
it
we
up.
go.
Yeah. Okay. So this must be real news. This is from the BBC. So a man has blown up part of his house in France whilst trying to swat a fly.
As it's from the BBC, can you read it in the
80s.
old? Can you read it in the old BBC style, Lucy? That would be cool, wouldn't it?
Okay, so 1 second.
Dun, dun, dun. Ding, 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 ding.
Come on, you can
Good
do it.
evening. My name is Lucy Orchard and I'm reading the news for the BBC. A man blows up part of the house whilst chasing fly. A man has blown up part of his house in France whilst trying to swat a fly. The man, who is in his 80s, was about to tuck into his dinner when he became irritated by a fly buzzing around him. He picked up an electric fly swatter and started targeting it, but a gas canister was leaking in his door window.
Oh, you failed. The BBC would never laugh during a story.
No. I can bring it back. A reaction between the device and the gas caused an explosion, destroying the kitchen and partly damaging the roof of the home in Pakul Shanab village. According to local media, the unnamed man had a lucky escape, sustaining just a burn on the hand. However, the fate of the fly is not known. News outlet Sud-West notes the man has since checked into a local campsite whilst his family repair the house.
Brilliant. And Lucy, I have to say, forget sex dolls. You've done it for me there with that voice. Sexy as hell.
That was my best Charlotte Green.
That was so sexy, Lucy. Honestly,
ladies and gentlemen, Shane Chipsey, the only guy that can flirt with the self-service machine in Asda. Hey, baby.
You sound sexy today, self-service machine.
I will not forget my change. Thank you very much.
I'll definitely have my receipt in my hand. Thank you.
Imagine what he was like when Joanna Lumley used to do You've Got Mail. You've got mail.
Why do you think I've got an AOL email address?
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. I'm getting a lot of good feedback for this.
It was very good.
I think the next week's story is going to be the man burns down tent after finding fly in tent. I mean, the man. First of all, why are they putting an octogenarian in a tent? He can't be trusted with a house. It does sound more like he can't be trusted to be unattended. So don't put him on his own in a tent.
How do you blow up a house? I don't understand. I don't understand how this has happened.
Even after reading the story, it still
even
doesn't
after,
make any sense.
Even after reading the story, I'm kind of like, how do you get to that point? How do you get to the point? This guy's annoying me so much. I don't care if I kill the neighbors with this explosion. He's going down like it's
right.
It's Wile E. Coyote.
Have you seen those fly swatters in the shape of a tennis racket?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The electric ones.
Yeah, right. Well, I get it. I get it.
You didn't realise he had it. But you just said you didn't. Fuck me, man.
No, I get it. I get that there's a gas leak. I get it, but he's that annoyed at this fly that he can't even smell the gas leaking out of his kitchen. What the fuck? Like,
does the gas smell in France? Just a question, because the gas is artificially, it's given an artificial smell, isn't it, in this country? Does French gas stink? That's the question, I guess. Because not every country gives gas an odor, does it?
Oh, I didn't know that. No idea.
Just wondering.
Because gas doesn't actually smell.
It's odorless.
The smell you smell. Yeah, the gas smell you smell is like a transco smell. It's a smell designed deliberately for you to go, hey up, put that fag out.
Yeah. Yeah, there late by then. Put that fag out.
Maybe it smells like wine and garlic bread.
What, in France? They wouldn't be able to tell there was a gas leak, would there?
Exactly.
That's what happened all the time.
He's like, more wine. Sorry.
Just die happy, blown Kingdom Come.
Okay. This is
Brian's
my reasoning.
Thank you for that, Brian. Brian says it smells like French armpits. Yeah. Whatever that smells like. You've been sniffing French armpits, Brian.
Well, Mr. Wile E. Coyote, I hope you, get out of your tent and back into your own property soon.
I bet the fly was having a right old laugh at his expense.
Yeah.
What an idiot.
Yeah. Okay. From blowing shit up to sending things into space, moving on to what the
natural
fuck,
segue. Natural segue. Yeah.
We'll natural segue.
Yeah.
I'm not with it today. I'm having a serious problem with the. Usually I'm quite smooth fly at this, but with the shit I'm having with the internet, it's really hard to navigate through this. Do you know what I mean? It's been really difficult tonight. But the Science with Alex section is now here. Science with Alex. Science
Yeah.
Alex. He's not a racist.
He's not a racist.
I love the way
I
this
really gotta explain that.
Specifically choosing stories that don't have accents this week is Alex Whiteley, bringing you your science with Alex section. This is another BBC story, Science Focus, which is by the BBC. More shit is getting thrown up into space. That's what the storyline reads. That's what it should read. Elon Musk's like, yo, I'm gonna put like 500 satellites in space, guys. It's gonna be amazing. And the UK's like, yeah, we're gonna do some shit too. But at least what we're doing is small in comparison. So 2 nano satellites built in the UK will launch later this month, joining a fleet of more than 100 objects in low Earth orbit that predict global trade movements. The nano satellites are 2 or 4 made by Spire Global UK and backed by more than £6 million of government investment, and will take off in Russia's Soyuz launcher on the 24th of September. The other 2 will be abroad. The Indian PSLV launcher due for launch on the 1st of November. The nano satellites have on board intelligent machine learning algorithms that can predict the locations of boats, tracking their whereabouts and their estimated arrival times at ports. This allows port businesses and authorities to manage busy docks safely. Bollocks.
Skynet.
Yes.
Fucking Skynet, hunter killers, we're fucked.
This just seems to happen on the eve of Brexit. When we're looking for trade. When we're looking to become independent. I smell a toad.
I told you to stop sniffing toads.
Yeah. That reminds me of The Simpsons when he licks the. Can we stop putting shit in space? I mean, it's going to literally look like Space Invaders whenever you want to leave the planet soon. You're literally going to have to fire your way out because of all the shit. Like that scene out of WALL-E when the spaceship comes out of orbit and it's just crashed through all the shit that's floating around.
It says, despite only being the size of a shoebox, the nanosatellites can do almost everything a conventional satellite can.
Oh,
I mean, it's not about the it's not the point that what it does and the size of it. It's the fact that there's just seems to be this...
That's what you say to all the girls, isn't it, Alex?
Back onto sex robots. This one's out of this world. Sorry. It's
not the size that matters.
It's the fact that people seem to be able to just throw whatever the fuck they want in space. And we've been talking a lot about Trump's Space Force. Now, I'm not a Trump fan, not at all, not in any way, shape, or form.
But space. That's what I say.
Yeah, we throw him in space without us. But I gotta say, his Space Force idea, I thought was brilliant. I thought it was a really good idea because this is what's happening now. People are like, yeah, we put this up space, we'll put that in orbit, we'll put this there. I don't give a fuck. Let's just throw everything in there. Put my nan up there. She's been a pain in the ass. Like, you know, what the fuck? Like, hi Andrew, how's it going? Hope you're enjoying the show. This is the random science of Alex part of it. So my conclusion is stop sending shit in space. Number one, this is bullshit story. This is a bullshit story about trade and predicting when ships can get into ports when really it's like, yo, what's America up to? How can we take advantage of them? Yeah.
Well, it looks as though there's been some they're working with other countries. This is like an international project, isn't it? So yeah. I don't think they're going to be spying on anyone because they're all sort of in it together. I sense that there probably is quite a genuine trade aspect to this program. Sorry, Alex, to spoil it.
Stop being so sensible, Shane.
Mate, you know, you're just fucking paranoid, man. just because you're paranoid, it doesn't mean they're not out to get you.
This has got imitation game written all over it, right?
Yeah.
I like things.
All of this technology available? Isn't all this technology available on the Earth?
I didn't hear that then.
What
already? What
technology?
Well, all the trucks have got trackers, all the ships have got trackers. You've already got things up there that track stuff. Is this needed?
It's basically like GPS, yeah? That's what it is. That's all.
Yeah.
It's just little GPS satellites.
So, in
I don't know.
essence, this story
It's
bullshit.
fucking bullshit.
Bullshit. That's my conclusion. My scientific conclusion is this story is bullshit.
Yeah, there's
it's
no
a spy
fucking
satellite.
story. There's no fucking
Yeah.
story. That's what I
It's
say.
a spy satellite for the Garmy. Yeah, that's what it is. You want to keep an eye. You want to keep an eye on what Mike Sargent is having for his dinner. You got to keep an eye on his cholesterol. That's what this is. It's where we can actually. It's the only way you can get a shot of the full length of Liam Neeson's cock is from up in space because it's that big. So any Garmy people listening will get that. Yeah, it's all about perspective, baby. There's a section on the Garmy called Liam Neeson's cock. And apparently Liam Neeson's got this massive cock, and people send in jokes like Liam Neeson's cock is so big you can only see it from outer space. Anyway,
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
Are there any other? I'm caught up now.
I think there's a little bit of a limitation to the amount of jokes you can make about Liam Neeson's cock being big.
Absolutely not. They've been doing it since. How long's Hollywood Babylon been going?
Right.
2012, something like that, and they've never stopped. It keeps going.
Are there as many jokes about the size of Liam Neeson's cock as there are jokes about how tough Chuck Norris is? That's what I want to know.
There's probably more. I'm gonna look for some now. As a way to end.
She just disappeared. Did you see that? Then she reappeared. How do you do that? Are you a teleporter? Are you a mutant? Or is your internet fucked?
I had to have a pass in.
Alex is now trying to find out the answer to my question.
What?
Here is
that confuses me with this whole story is the fact that it says it predicts global trade movement. But GPS, it doesn't predict trade movement. GPS just tells you where things are. It doesn't predict. That's Minority Report.
Exactly.
Sort of algorithm on it, hasn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it can be abused for nefarious purposes. But anyway, more importantly, Alex, which has the most jokes? That's what I want to know.
I'm going to read. Okay, I don't want to steal from Ralph Garman and Hollywood Babylon, but there is a Tumblr site literally called liamneesoncock.com. You can go there. And here we go. There's some. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. So Kevin Smith reads this out, and they read it out, and they go, "How big is it?" It's getting its own digital streaming service, Disney Plus. Liam Neeson's cock is so big it fooled Penn and Teller on Fool Us. Liam Neeson's cock is so big, Meatloaf would do anything for it, no exceptions. Liam Neeson's cock is so big that it can never star in a porno because Quentin Tarantino has used it all up in his 70mm film in the world. Here we go. This one's great for today's show. Liam Neeson's cock is so big, it framed Roger Rabbit. Great way to end the show.
That would have been a good segue, wouldn't it? We've already done that story.
You can't do Liam Neeson cock jokes. That's the Hollywood Babylon thing. I'm borrowing off
All
that.
right.
Just to cheer Brian up, to be honest.
Yeah. And sorry, guys, for stealing your jokes. They are shit, though.
It's me paying homage to a show that pretty much saved my life. So for the guys who watch from the Garmy, peace out. Right, this has been a great show. I apologize for I've been a bit odd throughout this. My internet I've had a terrible evening. I thought I'd use the MacBook. It turned out to be a nightmare. An absolute fucking never again. I'm not literally.
It never works for you, that MacBook. You always have. You tried to use it once before, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah. So the problem is, where I'm staying right now, the internet's not as good as I would like it. But that's not me being ungrateful, because I'm really grateful to be here. I have to use my data on my phone to do all this shit, right? I've used it that much this month that I've run out of data. So this is the only way I could use my wife's hotspot, which fucking didn't work. So anyway, that's why I'm jumpy today. Anyway, Lucy, Shane, thank you so much for putting up with my shit today. Because usually I'm better than. I'm sorry,
That's
guys.
all
It doesn't
right.
usually happen to me. Usually I'm a bit better.
Well, I was just enjoying Lucy. It looked like Lucy was starring in a Korean horror movie. The way she was moving on the screen with the internet interference, it's like. So that was quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Sorry, did you want me to promote my comedy page, Lucy Orchard Comedy, on Facebook? I couldn't quite hear what you were saying then.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
As
Please.
Simon Mayer used to say, "You just did it, kid." Well, he didn't say it like that. He wasn't that cool, was he? But
Yeah, go for it, Lucy. Tell everybody
please,
what you're doing.
Please, what I'll say is, if you go on Lucy Orchard Comedy, you'll find all the all the information for all the shows that I do each week, including this is one of my favourites, the Weekly Bizzare. If you have enjoyed what you've heard tonight, please do go onto your podcast provider, put in US, UK, USUK, and you'll find our podcast family on there. And we're very fortunate to be a family of 3 podcasts. We are the Weekly Bizzare. We are also What's the Difference with Alex Tom. And also, we are Superhero Bar Fights. Please, there are lots of brilliant podcasts available.
Not
if you
much
just
longer.
go for USUK Podcast Network on but at the moment, do it now.
I'll say that.
Where are they going, Alex?
Superhero Bar Fight's going. It's going in 5 weeks. It's going to be gone.
What,
no more
really?
Superhero Bar Fight. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I can say this because they told us on the live show the other night, so I can say this now. Yes, Superhero Bar Fight is coming to an end. They're evolving. They're growing into their own little thing. This was the idea, right? This was the idea from the beginning. I give someone Superhero Bar Fight, and they turn it into their own thing. And this is exactly what's happened. I'm so proud of those guys, Jamie and Tom. They've done an amazing job. They've pulled in amazing guests that I could only dream of. It's so frustrating that they got Jarrett Reddick in, because not only have they done what I couldn't do and get Jarrett Reddick in from Bowling for Soup, but I can't do it now because he answered every question I would have asked if he come on my show. So they've done an amazing job. They're looking for a name. If anybody's got any suggestions for a name, this is live now. So anybody's got any suggestions for a name for their new show, go to the USUK fan page and just literally hammer them on the fan page, because I'd really appreciate that.
Congratulations to the guys, for going out like that. And I hope the new podcast is a massive success for them.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I just do my little bit of plug-in? Tomorrow, actually, I will be interviewing the legendary Lou Stringer, who is one of the most prolific cartoonists in the UK. He's worked for the Beano, he's worked for Toxic, Viz, Oink. He's done stuff for Marvel UK. He also self-publishes his own comics. He's an absolute legend of the comic industry, and I'll be talking to him tomorrow on the Icecast. So please come along and have a listen.
If you don't listen to his show,
please send my love to.
I will.
I'm going to come around your house and break your legs if you don't listen to his show. I promise. Of course, I'm joking. It'll be Shane. I want to say thank you to Joke Pit as well for letting us use this. I probably could have used this the other night. I probably could have used it. I didn't know. So when we did our live shows, the Cobra Kai stuff, I was just like, no, I'm not going to overstay my welcome. So for this, thank you so much. We will be in talks on what we can work together with in the future. But for now, yes, this has been the Weekly Bizzare. I've been Alex Whiteley.
I've been Shay Chebsy.
And I've been Lucy Orchard.
And we fucking love you guys. Peace out.
Peace out.